is DNS family? I am do say
Step, and he tried. Yeah, that's what you get because you try to keep me out the little intro.
Because I was trying to make it.
Nope.
Yeah. What is DNS family? I am do say, and I'm back with another video. Of course, I got my wife with me, but I started it like this because it started like this. Hey, how may I help you? Alright, so this
is where we were.
Exact spot.
Exact spot.
This a table
2 years ago tomorrow. Yeah. So
it's 21st.
It's 21st.
Dang, that's even crazy. That's even crazy.
I sat here and said this to you.
Oh look. So it was this exact spot, this exact table.
Yeah, when I came back to test drive the car, and we came back in, then we sat down, you know, talk about different stuff with the vehicle, whatever. So I sat at this exact table, this exact seat. He sat right here, and there was another guy that was here.
Somebody was helping me. He was sitting over there. But yeah. So we met here when I was used to work here, and when we met, we walked a lot and all that.
We was walking a lot for a minute.
It's part of the job. And it was an older guy that worked here. I don't know if he's still here or not. I haven't seen him.
You talking about the one that we was talking about with the finance stuff with over there?
No.
I ain't like him.
No, not him. But yeah. So when she left, he was saying, "That's a dinner date. There ain't no car sale." I was like, you know what I'm saying? I said, "That's my wife right there, boy."
You talking about that's what you told the guy?
Nah, I didn't tell him that, but I did tell my boy Todd that. Todd can testify, you know what I'm saying? But
he don't work here no more, do he?
Nah, he in Florida, I think. I think he might be back in Atlanta. I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah, that's just crazy. Like 2 years ago, like almost to the day. Yeah.
I just did a lot.
So right here.
She was that car.
Whatever. I pulled in. I was driving a little ugly car too.
A Spark.
It was a
Chevy Spark.
Right? It's like it was ugly. It felt like paper. But anyways.
It looked like it was meant for her. She would look. And it's crazy because she was the spark of my heart. Oh. She gave me life.
Oh, because I was going to use some type of line that went with spark or whatever.
Well,
but anyway,
it's over with now.
So I pulled in, right?
She came in this way.
She was standing right there. And
actually I was standing over there.
Oh no!
But when she was pulling in, I walked over.
Yeah, he came. He was right there. I didn't see him walking all that. He was right here. And I was like, now I don't know about y'all, but I hate going to dealerships or somewhere where you got to deal with like a salesperson, and like they be bothering you, like they be hounding you. So when I came in, I rolled the window down, cracked it a little bit. And what'd you say? And
I asked her, I said, I forgot what I said now, but it was
basically
like do you need any help? Like, are you looking for anything particular?
Yeah. And then I was just like, look, I don't want to be bothered or whatever. He was just like, oh, well, if you just park, I'll walk the lot with you or something. I ain't gonna bother you. I was like, okay, don't be bothered.
Not wrong. When you parked, that's when I came over there to you and I asked you, I said, do you mind me walking the lot with you? I said, I'm not going to bother you.
Okay.
That's not proposed that.
I was just emphasizing I ain't want to be bothered.
Yeah, she didn't want to be bothered.
I was kind of rude because if you know what I'm talking about, like if you go to dealerships and stuff or anywhere and they be up your ass, like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, now you're bothered by me for the rest of your life.
But that's okay because I want to be bothered by you. Anyways.
She didn't want to be bothered by me
parked up here and then, we walked the lot.
She was like right there with a little, what is that, a Toyota, like, I don't know what the hell that is, but beside that Daytona.
But yeah, walk a lot so we can. Well, because it wasn't a we then, so I could find a vehicle that I liked. And honestly, it looked just as shabby, slick
No.
as it was not so many cars.
No.
Honestly.
No. What I'm saying is
RAV4s, but they have more cars in the back. To me, they have less cars to actually choose from.
Yeah, right now, yes, they do. Yeah, but before they had a lot more, and honestly, the cars look better. But I don't know if this is like service cars, stuff that gotta be serviced, or I don't know what the hell all this shit is.
So, when I tell y'all, we walked up and down this, like, especially this
Actually,
road.
yeah, especially this road, because there's a bunch of RAV4s. She was looking for it because she had a what'd you have?
I had an SUV.
Expedition.
I had a
was it Expedition?
I had an
Explorer.
Explorer. I had a Ford Explorer.
And so she wanted something big.
An SUV.
And so I took her down here with the RAV4s and the
RAV4 is ugly. I feel like the newer ones might look cool, but yeah. But anyways, yeah, he was trying to show me, you know, the SUVs. I didn't want a sedan or whatever. But, I mean, honestly, walking the lot the first time, I mean, I didn't see anything that I liked. But we was just walking and talking. And as we was walking and talking...
Wait. First off, that was our first conversation. And I told her things that, I normally wouldn't tell people because, like, that I have fish. I don't normally tell people that, I got fish because, first off, I was like, what, 22, 23?
You was 23. Yeah. So that was my first thing.
I was 22.
I
was 23. I was 23. And, yeah, so, I'm 23 and, I just didn't think people my age were into fish. Now I know people my age are into fish. So this is how
the conversation slick went. Like, I remember certain points of it. So I remember the first time we walked up and down here and we went to the front, that's when we actually started, I guess, having a conversation for real. So I had asked him, like, how old he is. So that's when he was just like, he's 23. I was just like, oh, okay. So in my mind, I was just like, I think he looked good, but I ain't never date nobody, like, younger than me. So I was just
She was 26.
Yeah, so I was 3 years older than him. So then I got into, are you in school? Blah, blah, blah. He told me school wasn't really for him. And he went into, he'd rather be his own businessman versus working for somebody else. And then that's when we got more into, like
the
you said,
YouTube
fish
stuff
and YouTube. And yeah, I feel like we were talking more about your life versus my life in a sense.
Yeah, because I think I told you about me being, I don't know, I feel like I said something about the Leo or some shit.
You always bring up the Leo stuff.
Yeah,
but I do remember, so Leo, if y'all know his tattoo, his tattoo right here, right?
Damn.
So the first time I saw him, I thought I didn't see the deuce right here.
The deuce, because I'm the shit.
I ain't seen that I just seen the lips, right? And I'm just like, they be getting it down at Toyota South, man. But anyways.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Reestablish that hood.
So yeah, it's just, I mean, of course, it's so much more. There's little details. And something else. This man, I should pop you upside the head for it. So he had his little business cards, right? And so, it says his name, it says Deuce on it. And then he kept saying,
you can call my personal number on there.
You call my personal number. Call me. He about said that. He at least said it 2 or 3 times, right? And I'm just like, I don't call dudes first.
Look,
if he wanted to talk to me.
I'm gonna give y'all some game. Look. If she don't want to talk to you, she ain't gonna call you. So, you know what I'm saying? I had to let her offer up her number. So it's like, all right, now she willing to give me her number. It's either she willing to give me her number or she gonna call me. You know what I'm saying?
So wait,
just a little bit of game.
So anyways, so after I'm just like, because the first time he's saying it, it's just like, okay, you could be saying this just because if I need to make my sales transaction that I can reach you easier. But when he said it like the 3rd time, it's like, okay, I think you.
And that's why I had to keep saying it because I could tell she was a little bit slow.
So hold on.
She wasn't picking up what I was putting down.
So anyways, but it's just like, okay, now that you're interested, I know that I'm peeping that. Now it's like, if you want to call me, just ask for my number. And I said it something along the lines of that. So he got my number, whatever. He showed me like his YouTube channel stuff. So, I've subscribed. Cool, bada bing, bada boom.
And that was weird when she was watching my videos. Like, this is later on. This is just later on, probably like 2-3 days later. And you know, she'd watching my videos. That shit
told me to watch it.
Awkward,
Didn't you tell me?
Because I'm sitting there listening to her watch these videos. I'm like, hey, you know, watch it on your own time. This is our time. That one was building, do some stuff.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So, anyways,
you know what I'm saying?
fast forward a little bit to the front of the building, right? So once we walked this lot, we had to be walking this at least 5 times, right?
Yeah.
So
we walked a lot, about 45 minutes, an hour, right?
Yeah, we was here for like an hour just walking outside, and we don't see everything. But anyways,
it was a 5. Matter of fact, it's probably it was approximately
was
right here. Dang, I feel like somebody just snatched it from right here. It was a blue RAV4 with no, it was a blue one and it was a white one with like a pearl in it. And like, man, ooh, well she I don't know what was wrong with her for not going with neither one of those.
First of all, that car was expensive, and I wasn't really feeling the RAV4.
Yeah,
it's like I knew the car I would want in my price range and what. Anyways, so fast forward to I'm about to leave, right?
My arm is hurting, boy. Good God.
Fast forward to when, like, we walked back up to the front of the building, right? Because we done walked this lot so many times. So I'm like, man, it's time to go. Because keep in mind, I had just got off of work. I had went to like 3 other dealerships before I came here. And I was just like, I gotta pee. So I was like, okay, I'm not really seeing anything, whatever. When I go back up to the little Spark, right? There was the Toyota CHR sitting right next to the rental car I had. And I was just like, oh, I like that, because it looked like a small SUV. So I was just like, okay, looked at the price range, in my price range and all that. So I was like, okay, sat in it for a second, but it was somebody's car. Like, I guess they had just bought it or whatever. And I don't think they had any.
I went and, you know, got the key to it. But they told me that was somebody else's car. They had shipped it in for somebody.
Right.
And so, you know, it wasn't for sale. It was already bought. But they did allow us to sit in it, you know. And
but that's the car I knew I wanted. Like, yeah. So, you know, looked at it. So he saw that there was no more here at that moment. So, you know, I get in the car and I go. At that point, you know, he has my number. I have his YouTube stuff. Okay, cool. So about, I wouldn't even say it was an hour later. Like, I guess he went and did some research, and they actually had one coming or one here to test drive.
Yeah, it was one here. It was like further in the back. But yeah, they had to pull it out. It was behind. It was tucked in.
Yeah, because we would have saw it. We don't walk this lot so many times. So, anyways, he calling me, right? And he was just like, oh yeah, we got one up here. You gonna come back up here and test drive? You gonna come? Now, I'm at home. I'm over here on my laptop watching videos in my onesie. I'm just like, I ain't coming back up there. But he was persistent. You know, he's persistent. So I put on something a little nice because I had on my uniform. And I remember the exact outfit I came back up here in. But anyways, came back up here. He got in the car with me. We test drove it. We went around the block a little bit. And so, yeah, honestly, it seemed like a date. Yeah, I was test driving the car. But it's like, okay, this seemed like a first date type of vibe. So, okay, get done test driving it or whatever. We go back inside. We looking at like the, you know, like how they had the little brochure like with the car stuff, the different models, the colors, whatever. So that's what we sitting down. We was looking at in the table that we showed y'all earlier. So once all that is said and done, now with CHRs, it's not like so much to choose from with it. Like they have certain models, and each model like is maxed out with what you can get. So once we got done looking at that, it's kind of like, oh, like, you know, like, this it? Like, oh, it's time for me to go home. Like, it's time for me to get off of work. Like,
yeah, well, you know what I'm saying? She didn't want to lead, boy.
Whatever. He didn't want me to lead neither. But that's how it felt. It's like, if we just met, but it's like, I feel like, you know, like, you're not coming home with me? Hold on. Somebody calling me.
Yeah, she was. It was like, man, you ain't coming home with me. Ain't you supposed to be getting off in like the next 30 minutes, something like that?
Yeah,
30 minutes to an hour. Cause we was about to close. Like she was here, or you know, like I said, she was here. We walked a lot about an hour. Yeah. We walked a lot about an hour. We went, you know, saw the CHR probably another 20 minutes or so. Then she left, came back, and we was probably here. Shoot, probably another hour or so, whatever. Then
yeah,
we closing. And it's like, yeah, you about to get off, ain't you? Coming home? You know,
Yeah.
It was like that kind of feel.
So it's like when I got in the car, I'm just like, man, it seems like you're leaving, like, you know?
Like a breakup. It was more like a breakup, but then we
it's
just
like,
met.
okay, all right. So I remember when I got back home and I looked at myself in the mirror, right? Yeah, that sounds weird. I was like, okay, I like him. But, like, both of us were, I know in the beginning of that year, I was just like, I ain't gonna be dating nobody this year. I'm using this year to focus on myself.
Yep. And that's how it was too. Like with the whole YouTube thing, I was trying, y'all, man, if you go back and watch the videos, I had a lot of friends in the videos with me, but it's like, I wasn't involved with nobody. I was trying to do my own thing, trying to grind on YouTube, grind here, and make things happen for myself. And I wasn't looking for love or nothing, none of that. I was just trying to do me, trying to grow.
So, yeah, that's the mindset both of us was on. So that's what we be talking about, like, man, that's crazy, like, But something else, before I came to look for cars, because, like, I had to look for cars because I had gotten in an accident, right? So leading up, I would say, like, the week leading up to before I actually came out and looked for cars. Well, no, I wouldn't say it was a week. I would say it was like 3 days. Once they told me that my Explorer was going to get totaled out, I knew, okay, I needed to go look for a car. So around that, like, 3-day time frame leading up to me, like, going to dealerships to look for cars, Holy Spirit was telling me, you're going to meet somebody when you go look for a car. And, me, I'm just like, nah, I'm just like, God, is that you? Because I already done sat here, was like, I'm gonna be single this year. I'm gonna focus on myself. I'm gonna make sure I'm content, that I'm good with Stephanie.
When I first went to her apartment, she had a little like goals list up there. And look, it didn't say relationship, it said relationships. She left the H out.
Whatever. But that's a vision board for another day. So yeah, so that's why it's just like when I got home and then I'm thinking about it, like, okay, I like this interaction that I just had. Holy Spirit was telling me, like, you're gonna meet somebody when you go out and look for cars this day, but I wasn't really like focused on that. Like, I'm just like, I don't know if this is him talking to me or whatever. But yeah,
and you know how they say, like when you meet your significant
you right, my
other,
arm.
There. Yeah, go ahead, continue to hold it, because I held it.
I'm over here like this.
But yeah, you know how they say when you meet your significant other, your husband or your wife, they say when you know. Honestly, when they said that, I'm like, when people say that to me or have said that to me, stop, bro. I was like how the hell I'm gonna know when I meet my wife? That's my wife. And it's just like it's just something you just know, and that's just the answer you get. And when I met her, I told my boy Todd, I said, bro, that's my wife, bro. And I just knew. I don't know. It's unexplainable. So I understand now when they say you just know. Like it's not really an answer to it. It's just you just know. And man, it's wild. Yeah, man, this is how we met. Like we sat in a couple cars and looked on the inside and stuff. She didn't really see nothing she liked until we saw that CHR.
Yeah. But
and what a coinkydink, there's one right in front of us.
It's not the same year as mine, though.
Yeah, that's a 19.
But
and I don't think it's limited either. I don't know.
Nah, because I don't think the mirrors go in from what I can see.
All the mirrors go in.
No, they don't. The basic model doesn't.
I guarantee if I go look at it, it's gonna go in.
Anyways. So yeah, when it comes to, well, for our situation, I can't speak for everybody, but sorry, excuse me. When they say, like, when you stop looking for your spouse and stuff, like, that's when you meet them. Yeah, you stumble upon them. Yeah. So
it's real.
Just get yourself together, work on yourself, and build your relationship with God. That's the most thing. The spouse gonna come.
And self-love.
Yeah, spouse gonna come. Because if you haven't worked on yourself, being content with yourself and where you are in life, and you know, when your spouse comes, you're gonna have to be trying to work on those issues. So
yeah, you don't want to be working on you while you're trying to figure out you with someone else. That ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Cause we got something special coming up, and
I got something special coming up.
Yeah, you're coming up.
I'm about to cut off all my hair.
But yeah, man, that's it right there. We just sitting here waiting for her oil change to get finished up. Yeah. By the time y'all get this video, we ain't gonna be here, you know what I'm saying? So don't come up here looking for me, you know what I'm saying? Don't come up here looking for it, you know what I'm saying? Trying to hang out with the co-star, with the star. But I seen you realize I called her a co-star. Nah, but hey, make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe, and
come on, co-star. I ain't just realized I heard you, but anyways, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the ding button. I am Step, he is Duce, and we out.
subscribe to stay up to date.
And make sure to follow us on our social media. Instagram at I am Deuce and I am Step. We don't have...
You had to say my Instagram. I can say my Instagram.
Oh my God, you ain't say that.
Well, all right. And don't forget to hit the ding button. This time...
I get to take him and the car.
We get to leave together.